the Ivory black. And so this is one of those things I kind of learned from trial and error. When I'm making lead white, which uses hardly any oil, you kind of start with it being very dry, and then the more you mull it, it actually starts to loosen up. Ivory black is the exact opposite, and I learned this the hard way of struggling with it so long to try to get it to work. But you actually want it to be a little looser than you want the final product to be. And then as you mull it, it actually tightens up, which is the exact opposite of like lead white. And so it took me a few times of like, you know, having it be dry the same way I would with lead white, and just never getting it to be fully saturated. When I would put it on the painting, it would just look gray, and it would be super chalky and just look terrible. And I thought it was a poor quality of black, but it turned out I just didn't have enough oil in it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. And then another kind of secret, not really a secret, but just something I figured out along the way, is Ivory black is also, it sinks in like crazy, which just means that the oil kind of sinks into the layers underneath, and it makes it kind of matte on the top, not fully saturated. And it's just the most annoying thing to work with ever. And so I found the best way to prevent that is to add a little bit of sun thickened linseed oil, stand oil, epoxide oil, something like that. It just kind of helps the oil stay on the surface and gives it this nice kind of gloss to it. So I'm just literally, it's very thick, I'm just gonna add like a drop or two. And this is epoxide oil, which is the same thing as like stand oil. So I'm just using a couple drops of that in. And that is just gonna help it keep the shine and not get sunken as much. If you use stand oil or epoxide oil, it will expedite the drying time, it'll make it dry faster. If you use vacuum bodied linseed oil, it'll actually slow down the drying, so you really don't wanna use that.